Over the last 3 years, I've purchased and reviewed over 50 different speculative crypto miners on this channel. In this video, I'm going to share exactly how much I made with all those miners in May of 2025. This is a monthly series where I track all my net income from all my different crypto miners. As always, I have a refreshed ROI or return on investment analysis for every miner, which I'll share with you later in this video. For those of you who are new to this channel, first off, welcome. My name is Jason, and this is SWANCASTLECRYPTO. Most of these miners we'll be reviewing today are called depin miners, which stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network. It involves using blockchain technology and token incentives to build and maintain physical infrastructure and help to solve real-world problems. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's been a rough last couple of months for crypto mining. While Bitcoin has recovered, most of the tokens we mine have not followed suit. But I still think there are a few depin projects will be big winners in the future, which I'll highlight in this video. It takes me a long time to put this information together, so all I ask is if you gain anything from this video, I just hit that like button for me. As always, we'll start from the most to least profitable and give some high-level commentary over each project. So our number one project again this month is Entropy, making $224 for me. Now it's kind of funny, this is a meme project. Essentially, I dug a hole in my backyard, took a picture, posted it on X, and then once I was led into the project, I purchased one of these little cheap $10 cards off Amazon, and I mine their meme token every day. I collect the tokens once a week. The thing about this project is you're not allowed to sell your tokens, otherwise you don't earn any more future rewards. So at some point I'll need to decide when I want to cash out. At this point I've made about $1,800 on this, and I've been mining this since I think September or October of last year. So we'll have to make that decision here in the next couple of months. Hopefully we get an alt season and then make a good opportunity to sell my tokens. I did notice this month Entropy did come out with their first depin miner. I will not be purchasing that or likely reviewing that. I saw some other people promoting it online, but at this point I'll just stick with mining on this little device. So our number two project for the month is a new one that I started mining with this month. It's called the Natix VX360. It's a device you connect to a Tesla. So it's only available in Teslas, and it essentially takes your dash cam data, and they're trying to map the world using the various dash cam data coming from Teslas. So this is my first month of rewards. My rewards are still pending this month since I'm filming this here on May 31st. So hopefully it'll get distributed here either tomorrow or early next week. And I'd like to do a full review for you guys once I get those initial rewards and give my thoughts having worked with this for the past month. So this month it looks like my minimum rewards are coming in at about $158. You can see the Natix token is up considerably this month, up 176%. I think there's a lot of excitement around this project, so I'm excited to give you guys an update on this. I did do a video on this several months ago when I pre-ordered this device, but now that I've had it in my hands, I've been using it for about a month now. I want to give you guys a full review of my initial thoughts. I've got some good things about this and some bad. It has kind of been a little bit of pain at times trying to get this to work, but you'll see that with any new project. There's always some hiccups at the beginning when you're working with a new project and new apps. So number three project for the month. This has been a project we've been in since the beginning of this project about 3 years ago. It's a HIFIX GeoNet-based weather station. It's essentially an antenna that you mount on your roof. You connect it to a receiver, and it helps to improve the accuracy of GPS satellites. Essentially, a GPS satellite is generally only accurate within several feet, but using this network, you can get GPS satellites to be accurate within centimeters. It has a lot of real-world applications. They're actually bringing in a lot of real-world revenue into this project. It's one of the few depin projects I've seen that's actually bringing in money into their project. They have a burn mechanism, so they're burning their tokens when they bring revenue into the project. So it's a really exciting project. If you haven't heard about this one, I've done several videos on this in the past. You can check out my videos on that. This month we made $134.75. You see the Geo token is down a little bit this month, down 11%. If we go to the Geode Calc tab, here I've been tracking my monthly rewards and my rewards per day. I have some trees around my house and there's a lot of leaves on them this time of year, so my rewards are going down slightly. I'm just under the 24 max per day at 22.95. They did one other thing to note with GeoNet, they are having their halving coming up. They have an annual halving, so their halving will be implemented on June 30th, so next month. So our rewards will be cut from a maximum of 24 tokens per day down to 12. You can see the impact of that halving in previous years. June of last year, we saw that cut. And then the prior year, in June and July of 23, went from 96 to 48. Number 4, we have Depin. This is a move to earn project. I've been in this project for several years now. Essentially, I get rewarded for walking around every day. It's basically an incentive for me to get my steps in every day. I walk between an hour and a half, and it doesn't make very much. I make a little buck, more than $1 a day at this point, but it's an excuse to keep me active. Number 5, we have the DIMO data miner. I have 4 different DIMO data miners across 4 different vehicles. This is essentially a device you connect to your car, and it tracks all sorts of data points around your car's health, your battery health, your fuel level, oil level, maintenance records, your GPS data, and you get rewarded in their DIMO tokens for connecting your car. So this month I earned $34 across those 4 devices. Not great, obviously, but the DIMO token has been down pretty considerably these last several months. If we look at the detailed reward history, I have the DIMO Autopilot, which is the original device, which I've had connected for about 3 years now. The DIMO LTR1, which is their new upgraded device. It connects a lot more data points around your car, and it's about half the price of the DIMO Autopilot. I have a Tesla software connection, which is free. If you have a Tesla, you can connect to DIMO using the DIMO app and get some free rewards for connecting your Tesla. And then I also have a smart car connection, which is also free. It earns a little bit less rewards than the Tesla. So back in March, I did a video. They implemented a staking program for DIMO to incentivize people to stay in this project in the long term. So I staked 4,000 DIMO tokens across each of my devices, so 16,000 DIMO tokens total. And you can see here, it essentially doubled my rewards across each of my devices. A little bit more for the Tesla and the smart car connection. So I did a 2-year stake. So DIMO is one of these projects that I have a long-term belief that is going to be a big winner as they build out their network and people build apps along DIMO. So it's one of those projects I was happy to stake some of my prior rewards onto DIMO to incentivize me to stick with DIMO for the long run. So you can see the rewards have been pretty consistent these last several weeks, only going down about 1% per week. So as more and more cars get connected to the network, your share of the total reward pie slightly goes down, similar to the way most mining projects work. So at this point, we're not earning a lot in terms of dollars, but we are still continuing to stack our DIMO tokens. DIMO is one of those projects I've never sold any of my tokens, similar to the HiFix GeoNet weather station Geo token. Those are 2 projects I believe in very much long term, and I've just made the decision to continue stacking my tokens. Number 6 project for the month is HiveMapper. This is a dash cam project. They're trying to map all the roads in the world. Using this dash cam, you connect to your car and you get rewarded in their Honey token for contributing to their network. One thing I want to mention on HiveMapper, this month my total month rewards is about 1,300 tokens, which is pretty consistent from what I've seen over the last several months. Last year, back in March of 2024, they implemented some big changes in terms of their reward structure, and it caused people's total monthly token rewards to fall pretty substantially. I did a video on this, but you could see essentially back then I was making 20,000 tokens per month, and it dropped considerably, which really drove down the profitability of this project. But my rewards have stayed pretty consistent here. I'm driving less nowadays with 3 small kids at home. But so this month, our rewards stayed pretty consistent with last month. I did drive a little bit more, and I am starting to calculate my Honey tokens earned per mile, just because I know people kind of want to get an estimate of what they could potentially earn based on their driving habits. So the good thing is DIMO actually tracks my total miles driven per month, so I don't have to manually track it via the car's odometer. So I drove 1,700 miles this month, and we're looking at a Honey per mile of just under 0.77 tokens per mile. So a little bit less than this month, but this is also going to vary greatly based on your region and the routes you're driving. If you're driving consistently the same routes every day, your tokens per mile are going to go down over time. Number 7, we have WeatherXM. This is a weather station you mount on your roof, and you get rewarded for contributing your weather data at your house. Essentially, they're trying to build a global weather network of weather stations, and this is one of these projects that has been very successful so far in terms of building out their network. Just $30 in rewards this month. The WXM token has also been down pretty considerably these last several months. And I've also earned beta rewards for this because I've been in this project since the very beginning. So my rewards are about 50% higher than you would expect if you were to just order this device today. I do want to do an update on WeatherXM here soon, just because it has been a while since I've done a detailed review of this project. So look out for that if you want to learn more about WeatherXM. Number 8, the Anyone miner. I did a video on this about 2 months ago. I was pretty critical of this project in my video, and I think for good reason. Essentially, we're only making just about $7 a month right now, but these are testnet rewards. My understanding is rewards will increase, I believe, about 50% or maybe even 100% once they do go into mainnet, but I don't have a timeline yet in terms of when they're anticipating to go live with their mainnet token, but obviously very disappointing in terms of the rewards. I don't know if this is customary across a lot of people. Shoot me a comment if you have this Anyone miner and you're seeing similar rewards, but it's disappointing that the rewards are so low for essentially a $400 device. Making $6 a month is not too great, especially since this is a relatively new project at this point. Number 9, the streamer node. Essentially, I stake these data tokens on the streamer network. It helps to support various different depin projects. So just making $4 in yield for the month on my streamer node. But the good thing is this is a set it and forget it type of staking, and it's free to stake your tokens. But disappointing, the earnings on this has also fallen pretty substantially over the last year. Number 10, the Deeper Connect Mini. This is a decentralized VPN that I have connected at my house, just making $3 for the month. This one's also been quite the disappointment in terms of their token performance over the last year. Number 11, we have Crank, just making $3 across my 4 devices. Also a disappointing one that we've seen in terms of token performance. Number 12, we have the Sorchain. They have the Sorchain Mini, which is a physical device you connect your car, but I have a Tesla, so I have a Tesla connection. It's a free connection similar to DIMO. So I just earned, I think it's about a little over 3 tokens per day to having this connection. Number 13, the phone farm. This one's been also disappointing these last several months. I've had a lot of my phones start to bubble up in terms of, because of long-term use. I bought a lot of phones off eBay, and I think that was a mistake. Buying used phones, I think, caused these phones to start bubbling up much more quickly than the new ones I had bought. So I've had to shut off a substantial portion of my phone farm over the past several months. So we're down to 31 phones this month, and the Varus token has been down pretty considerably over the last several months as well. So the phone farm is close to being unprofitable at this point. So we might have to shut it down here shortly if it starts to become more and more unprofitable. Number 14, we have Get Grass. We had an airdrop for this earlier this year, but no new airdrops for this. This is a free project as well. If you want to check this out, I'll link it in the description. Number 15, we have Silencio. This is a noise collection app. It's also a free project. No distribution for this, but we did have an airdrop earlier this year on this as well. So you can check this out as well. Essentially, it's an app on your phone you download, and you can capture noise level data, and you get rewarded in their Silencio token. No estimates yet in terms of when the next distribution will be, but I know they are doing monthly raffles. So if you open up their app at the beginning of every month, you can contribute to their project and eligible to earn some raffle tokens. Number 16, the Solana Chapter 2 phone. As many of you may be aware, I did have the original Solana phone last year, and we earned a bunch of airdrops for that, but I ended up selling all my airdrops several months ago. But I did pre-order their Chapter 2 phone, and they did just announce that they will be shipping that on August 4th, so a couple months from now. And we'll look and see what the potential airdrops could be for this, but I think I have some high hopes that we're gonna pay for our device and then some with these airdrops. So we'll see on the Solana Chapter 2. Map Metrics still on testnet. No date on terms of their token launch. Number 18, Onocoy. This is very similar to GeoNet. They're building a GNSS network, and they just announced that they will be launching their token sometime in early Q3. So we'll be on a lookout on this. We've been in this one for about a year and a half. I'm excited to see what the profitability could end up being with this. We've been stacking our Bono tokens for about a year and a half now. So I'll do an update video on that when that token launches here in early Q3. And then rounding out our list, we have Wingbits. This is flight tracking. My device is still offline at this point. I do need to troubleshoot this, but they are still on testnet at this point. And then Starplug, also still on testnet, and no update yet in terms of when their token launch. This is essentially a smart plug that they're trying to help manage power usage via these smart plugs. Seems kind of a gimmicky project, but we'll wait and see what that'll look like once their token does launch, whenever they launch it. Moving on to the miner graveyard. This is essentially a list of all the different projects I've reviewed that have essentially, I call them dead at this point because they're either unprofitable or they broke or whatnot. You can see it's a littered list of dead projects. Something I always like try to keep people level set in terms of keeping in mind is a lot of these projects are going to fail long term. So when you have profits in projects, you really need to take some profits when you have them and not just wait for all your tokens to moon someday, because realistically that's not I think a good strategy. So just keep in mind that a lot of these projects aren't going to work out long term. That's why I've taken the strategy with a lot of these projects is, one, take profits when I have them, and then try to distribute all my risk across many different projects. You end up learning a lot more that way and help identifying good projects, and then you minimize your risk, and instead of putting all your money into one project and then it fails, and then you're obviously very disappointed. So keep that in mind when considering projects, that a lot of them are going to fail long term. Next, let's take a quick look at the ROI, or return on investment analysis. This is sometimes called a break-even analysis. What we're doing here is we're comparing the current purchase cost by its net income per month to calculate the number of days it would currently take to break even on your purchase cost. Now, I'm not going to go over the assumptions here, but just remember nothing in this video is financial advice. So I have these sorted from lowest break-even days to highest. Then I have a color coding system here in column B. These are considered in green, my top tier projects I would consider. Yellow, I've had some concerns with, and then red projects I would stay away from at this point. So you can see a lot of these red projects have thousands and thousands of days until break even. But the thing with the break even analysis you need to keep in mind that just because a project has a very low break even time doesn't mean it's necessarily going to take that long to break even for you, because this is just as of a point in time. A lot of times when something has a very low break even, everybody rushes in to get into the project at the same time, and mining difficulty increases, or maybe the token price goes down, and it causes people to not break even. So really what you want to look for projects in terms of which ones to get into, look for good use cases, look for potential real world applications where they're actually solving problems, and those are the type of projects you want to get into. Personally, the top tier projects I would really consider getting into, the HyFix Geospace Weather Station, DIMO, and WeatherXM. I think those are three very good potential projects, and they've been big winners for us. But the problem is, at this point, those projects, you're not early anymore, and one of the biggest determiners of success in terms of mining that I've found is being early for a project. Is really those people tend to reap the most profits. So I've got discount codes for a lot of these projects in the description below if you want to purchase one of these. It does help to financially support the channel, so thank you very much if you choose to use my discount codes. Thanks for watching. Bye.